Diadíba cara me Chris Coreline, tá ochras orm ach tá falcher ivaraj our Kerbal Space Program. Good morning. Yeah. This is the day when I find out that SpaceX have once again failed to land a rocket successfully. Not because anything failed on the rocket, but because it was too stormy at the launch pad. Next launch is later on this month though, so fingers crossed it'll be third time lucky for Mr. Musk and his team of Tony Stark act-alikes. Anyway, we have a clean sheet here and a very impressive sequential set of wins, but not very many equipment wins yet, so let's take a look and see what we can do. We can test a Sepratron. We can test a radial mount parachute. This looks like it might be we can do this in a quick flight. We can do this on a quick flight. So we need a suborbital trajectory, which I think is pretty easy. I wonder what a suborbital trajectory actually is. Carbon suborbital trajectory. I want a tooltip. Tell me exactly what you mean by suborbital trajectory, because to me, suborbital trajectory is flying. Okay. Well, whatever happens, we're going to need a dude. We'll bring an emergency parachute. We won't separate at this stage. We're not going to bring anything expensive. We are going to bring some science, though. There's some Sepatrons. There's a mystery goo. So we're probably going to take this on a spin up north, I think. I haven't got much science from up north. Up north. Show me your... So I am going to need a solid because I do want the ability to stop. Plus, my plan here is roughly the same launch engine we made last time, just a bit more sciencey. And then I need the landing struts. Place them as low as possible and in line with the center of mass. Yeah, looks good to me. We need then the radial parachutes, which can go here. It's going to be a heavy vehicle. It's going to be a heavy vehicle. So that would cause us to land pretty much flat. I wonder if I put them on this side. I'm just trying to think of how it's going to land. You know, that's good actually, because that means that we're pulling let me think. Currently we land straight down, okay? If I put this here, we land kind of flat. This puts us on an angle. It also puts us so that this side is flat and this direction is facing up, which is good. I think that'll do. So there's our exploration vehicle, which is a very nice exploration vehicle, pretty useful. Sepratron, not Sepratron. Give me that. Then give me more rockets. We don't want to go to space by mistake, so I might put another reaction control on this just so I absolutely can't stop myself. I even have reaction control yet. I do not. Okay, well I'm quite top heavy, so it should be fine. It's suborbital. There's our Sepratron for testing. Okay, let's launch and see what happens. Who's in? Jeb, you're up. It's called notspaceship. because it's going to not space. I'll count down not space. Let's do it. Staging. Staging. Right, okay, so rocket 1, brick and Sepratron. And rocket 2. And then everything else. We can delete that. We've got 3 parachutes there, there's plenty. So let's aim to head north, which I think is that way, back towards the station center thing. 3, 2, 1, space. Yes, we'll put that on. Oh, wow, okay. Not going to get anywhere near enough speed out of this for what I want to do. Now this is what I would call a suborbital trajectory, because we're not orbital. Now if I lower these legs, we're going to revert this flight. Sorry if that seems like cheating, but this is just a test run. So, there we go. We can switch that off. We can increase time acceleration. 9. Let me see what happens here. So I'm expecting. No, that'll be a stable landing. And I think it'll be a stable landing where I actually lose the engine. Okay, never mind. I have a plan. I don't actually have a plan. My plan is to ditch one of these, but then that makes the mass unstable. Well, look. Let's see what happens, eh? A. Now, I need a lot more thrust. How much are these things costing me? 325 a pop. Better get it right this time. This is like, this might actually be a bit too much space actually. Let's just beef up the old let's beef up the old first stage. Boom, sploom, sploom. Right, okay. 3 times the thrust, twice the fun. I hope. RCS on, please, Jeb. Okay, or SAS even. Right. 3, 2, 1, space. Oh my! Oh no! This is the wages of sin. The wages of sin is I have too much mass on one side, and this is going to go horribly wrong. Was that an overheat? That was definitely an overheat. I did not stage that. Doop 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 doo. Right, okay. Good. It copies the thrust limitation settings, which is super gosh darn handy. Right, does it remember them though? Oops. Good lad. And you have a slightly lower throttle. This should stop blowouts being a problem. The fact that the thrust is in access with this will stop it from twisting quite so much. I could increase the thrust limiter slightly this side. No, it mirrors. I wonder how to break that. Either way, third time's a charm. Not having quite the same luck this episode as I was last episode, but sure. Luck is for fools and hope is for idiots. Oh yeah, that's one thing I wanted to do. Because I'm going north. And I'm naturally twisting towards the north with this parachute where it is anyway. Let's just make the process natural so I don't have to spend as much mass on fighting the old stick. Right, Jeb. I'm gonna go to space. We're not gonna go to space. We're gonna go near space. 3, 2, 1, space. I watch it's already got a little bit of a tip over, but Jeb's fighting it. So you fuck off. That's really good. That's like totally hands-free. This is quite dangerous here, but once I ditch the first stage, which you see the thrust dropped away there, and we gained a lot more control because we didn't have as much thrust. Now, shame I can't change. Well, obviously I can't change the thrust limiter. That would. Didn't win? No, didn't win. Ooh, this is bizarro translations. Oh, I feel like a proper spaceship now. Someone will sue me if I sing that. Okay, right. Translations are a pain. So what does it mean when it says suborbital? Hold up just a second. I'm going to cheat and look at some documentation. BRB. Good. Exactly 5 minutes after we last spoke, everyone. Okay, so suborbital trajectory. It wants me to get semi-elliptic here, so maybe this was a bad quest to take. Now I want to. Oh, I can't change the thrust limiter here. Oops. No. Revert back to the VAB. I'm going to run the risk of making this a bit more of a beefier push. Actually, do you know what? Let's attack from both angles here. Let's reduce this. We can reduce this a little bit further. That'll give us more flight time on these. Okay, launch. Tempted to pull off the science here, lads. Okay, right. 3, 2, 1, space. Okay, team it on. Fight it, Jeb. Fight it. Much neater. I love how this automatically does the gravity turn for me. Yeah, granted, super early and far too strong, but still, like, it's pretty handy. That's so much neater. Okay, good. Stage. Thank you. altitude and speed are increasing, so let's just level that off so we have stable flight. Check out the isle orbital pathway. Apoapsis is ahead of me. Geez, we might accidentally orbit here. Okay, the parachute I don't care about. I want a suborbital trajectory. I want to be 71,000 meters up. Nowhere near. Okay, so let's straighten up a bit. And give it a bit more welly. I want to head more up than out. Come on, Jeb. What am I paying you for? Okay. Whoops. Well, that's the best we're getting. I'm not going to be able to slow down either. Let's take that off. We don't need our SAS when we are in free fall or in free up. And don't forget I still have that yeah, and get a crew report from here, see if there's any science in it. There is science here. What does the goo say? The goo seems to be getting very cold. 9 science. I love that. We are in space. Yes, okay, Sepratron, go! Yes, that green is happy. Oh dear, whoa. Okay, sass yourself up and put yourself in a re-entry trajectory. Oh, it's going to be a splashdown, isn't it? Unless I'm very lucky. Good lad. It is going to be a wet landing, lads. Should not have brought those landing struts. I have a lot of parachutes on this, though. It should be fine. I don't know if re-entry counts as its own biome. Why am I not technically flying here? Okay, here's a plan. We're going to drogue. I'm going to open the top parachute first to slow us down. Well, nothing wrong with getting one thing done. That's an old one. So where's the new one? Yeah. Come on, tooltips. That must be prestige science. And no, money, science, prestige. Oop, here we go. Preparing to re-enter. Let's just put yourself on alignment there, please, Jeb. We'll speed up this section. We are now flying. We just need to wait for the altitude to tick down and ideally the speed to tick down. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we are super fast. Ooh, flipping out there. Oh crap, missed it. Okay, let's bring this home. We got plenty of science. Drogue, please. Thank you. And heavy science, mister. I hope we don't lose the engine. The engine is very expensive. Oh, it didn't work as well as I hoped it would. We might still lose the engine. 7 meters per second. These things don't have much crash tolerance. Okay, let's get wet. 1. Preparing for splashdown. Can I put a bit more sideways on this to try and save the engine? Please work. Yes! We lost nothing. Holy smokes. Oh no, the goo escaped. That would be great if that kicked off like a secondary quest line here. Let's keep that data. Let's take this massive pile of science home. That was a good mission. We achieved a thing. We got a science. $18 science added. Complete equipment recovery. No XP gain for Jeb, which is a sin. Huge victory. Oops. Okay. Yeah. Now we still have that. We still have this yoke to do. I don't think this is going to be too difficult. I think it's more about controlled flight rather than anything else. If I'd kept some fuel back, or even another Sepratron. Oh, these things are huge. Just a stacked decoupler landed. And flight over carbon. Holy, look at that height, Batman. Oh, excuse me, just enjoying a nice juice. Might take that. I wonder, can I get the LV909? If I take the LV909 instead of the other one, I won't get as much speed, but I'll get more fuel efficiency. Yeah. Okay, second page, same as the first. I'm going to take the same boat up, but this time... Okay, what didn't work last time? Okay, 1, we don't need the Separatrons. 2, we're changing our engine to the LV909. Where's my Sepratron? Not Sepratron. Stack decoupler. Stack decoupler. And my stack decoupler. Should make us a bit lighter as well. Our engines are pretty darn heavy. I think I will spend that weight on being a little bit more extra safe with my parachutes. Suborbital's not going to matter for these. Sure, let's keep it. Look, even if I can pinch some science off it, it'll be grand. Okay, let's go to not space. But let's check our staging before we launch. Yeah. Sorry if I'm not spinning out and exploding as much as I was in the earlier game, but yeah, I'm not actually a scrub. Okay, yeah, no. Stage 3. Right. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, space. Should have taken someone who wasn't Jeb on this. I'm actually going to head due north here. We've no easy turn here, so we're not going to be able to get much velocity, which is kind of good. Whoa, am I? Oh, I'm heading south. Whoops. Okay. No point trying to change it now. There's our first stage. Second stage. Stack separation, please. So. lot of fuel here. We should have tried to find a way to make that. So we need to get up to 17k, which we're going to be close. Okay, now we really just need to slow down. Let me flail like a silly person. There we go. Oh crap. So, right, okay, so the plan here is like if I deactivate the engine, wait for the tick to come up once I've slowed down a bit. Okay. Oh, I can barely fight the flipping... Okay, we should at least get the parachute this time. Oh, I hate this. I can only clear one of these quests at a time. It's awful. I wonder can I get to this island? Yeah, plenty of fuel left. If not that island, then maybe that island. This will be quite the landing, ladies and gentlemen. Let's over-egg it a bit. Thrust is maxed out. Push for a bit more altitude, please. Oh no, I've missed all of them now because I got greedy. Okay, listen. Let's do this again. Let's do it right. And let's head north this time, not feckin' not north. So north is that way. Okay, right, Jeb, don't fail me. Space. Okay, that is north. No, this thing needs to come out all guns blazing. This engine is absolute wussiness. It is pure ineffectual. It is awful. It is unmanly. Okay, just a couple of seconds more on the main stage and then we can... Stage. Oh. I need more power. I don't want to put a second stage in, but I need more power. Okay. Nothing wrong here. Let's do it. Oops. Flying 17k. What's my big one? This is the big one, 17k. And I really don't want to switch on the engine until I have that 17k. But I'll be less than 80 meters a second if that's at my absolute apogee. So I want 1720k. Yeah. So blow those so I'm lighter. So I have to stage at 80 meters a second, but I want to be at 17k. I cannot be less than 80. I'm not going to make it. Tick. Okay, so. Oh, why didn't that work? Okay, listen. We just need a little bit more speed, and I think the easiest way to do that is to shed some weight. Do you think that'll be enough? Could drop some fuel. I hate getting rid of all those components. I wish sub-assemblies were still in. So that's roughly not the same size as that. It's not far off it actually, and it's probably not saving me all that much in the way of weight. So, right. So, single parachute might work on this if I put the landing struts on it. Mirror. What are you playing at? So, now I'm feeling guilty for not taking any science on with me. Let's see how this works. Let's see if it works. Right. Just give me 2 little green ticks and then everyone's happy. Right. Jeb, punch it. Oh, of course. There's a reason the radial parachutes were on it. I'm so bad at this game. I'm so bad at things in general. Right, so landing struts can get far. No, let's not. Let's keep them. Let's assume that the weight we saved is enough. Right. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go to space. Go to space. Go to space. Actually, we want to be a bit more cautious about when we launch our second object. Object. So we have to get up to 17k. We aren't really hammering the gravity turn. I do want to get 18, 19, 20. Almost a bit more. Let's flatten out the trajectory. Get rid of the bits. Now, aren't you just a darling little space probe? What we need to wait for now is 16, 17. Yes! Beautiful. Right, next. So now we're just going for distance, really. Let's use the good engine where in the rarefied air, where the fuel's going to make a difference. Where does that put us? Wow, that makes almost no difference. I hope that's a new biome, otherwise I will have a sad face on me. I wonder what's over there. I don't have the Delta V to change direction now. slipping sideways through the atmosphere. I think these are physicsless. I hope they're physicsless. Yes, they're not screwing with my aero Ds. Whoa, did I miss my trigger for... No, not yet. I think we're still too high. Okay, so we're going to need to save some for reverse vectoring. In fact, let's start droguing. Okay, speed 70, test mark 2, radial mount parachute. You were all ticked. You were all ticked. I saw you all ticked. Once more. Okay, here we go again. 91 space. The same as we were doing last time. Just change my orientation just very slightly because I quite like the look of that mountain range. Dynamic pressure. Stage. To where you want to go. 17, 3, 4, 5, 6, 180. Oh, crunch. We're doing so well. And that's the same thing I did last time. Oh, God. Duh. Right, once more. Go. I know I said that last time, but this time I mean it. I know I said that last time, but this time I mean it. I will end this episode on 2 flipping successful mission accomplishments, or I swear to God, I will weep for a day. Right. Like a hawk. Like a goddamn hawk. Booster cut off. Main cut off. Stage. $16. 17.6. Just wait for our speed to drop to 180. Tick. Boom. Kerbal flying. So light, you see, we're still picking up speed because we're past apoapsis. Oh, I love that glow, it's so rockety. God, the rocket's great. So. Slow my speed. Need to get to 270. Good, we have controlled flight. Oh, we're very low on fuel though. Okay, this should work. 270. If I retrofire once we're in the height bracket, we should make it. Let's time skip until we are beneath 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10. Go. Okay, go. Yes! Oh, man. Oh, this must be what sex feels like. Whew. 2, 1. Slow her down. And get a crew report from the ground. Fingers crossed we'll have changed the biome, but we probably haven't. This has not been a mission for science. This has been a mission for testing equipment. This is probably eating into my electric charge, but I don't care. No, it's not. Technically flight stable. Watch for the shadow. It would help if I knew where the sun was. There it is. Now we are going to have what I can only assume will be an absolutely perfect landing. Let's watch this in slow motion. Oh, 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 right on the legs. Let's picture just a little bit to land on one of the legs, slightly heavier, just so we're zero risk. Beautiful. Oh. We got 1.5 science. We are in the grasslands. I'm going to keep that data. We're going to recover the vehicle. Boom! 2 ticks. 1.5 science. All parts except the liquid done. Rep up. Good glory. Clean bill of bleeps. And now we've got the wow, on T10, escape out of carbon. Crikey. So it's that and that for next episode. Let's take a look at our science, actually. 66 science is not to be sniffed at. We got the Science Junior, that's going to help with the science income. We don't need to buy this. That liquid fuel engine, I've never seen the reason for it. Separatrons we don't really need. These things aren't so much use until we get a lot further down. The Stay Putnik is pretty sweet, just FYI. These flight surfaces are guaranteed to operate while attached to the craft. So that's our long-range antenna. Right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, huge success. Definitely pulling in the science as a side effect from raking in tons of money. And if that isn't an example of a good space program, I don't know what is. Until next time, Slán a gaibh.